Hi everybody, Dr. Mark here, and today I want to talk to you about whether a heartworm test is really necessary every year. Heartworm is a large parasite that lives in the heart and major vessels of the lung. If not prevented, it will lead to congestive heart failure and your dog will die. All dogs should be on preventative if they live in an area with mosquitoes. Unfortunately, most clinics will not allow you to purchase the preventative without an annual heartworm test. That is ridiculous. I have even had clients tell me that their regular veterinarian required a test even though the last test was less than a year ago. At some veterinary clinics you will also be told that your dog has to be tested negative, or if he gets the preventative he will die. That is not true. The older heartworm preventatives available in the 1960s and 1970s caused a massive die-off of microfilaria, but the newer products don't do this. Yearly testing 50 years ago was not a scam, since dogs needed to be tested in the spring each year before starting on that prevention. Dogs do not need a yearly test before starting heartworm prevention. Heartworm disease should be easy to prevent, but the people that are selling the preventatives and making the policies around them are making it harder than it should be for dog owners to buy the preventatives. Besides the misinformation about the rapid microfilaria die-off, which we know does not happen with the modern heartworm preventatives, veterinarians are also told that the test is required before starting prevention by groups like the American Heartworm Society and the veterinary associations. Heartworm testing is not a major income stream for veterinarians, so I do not believe that the majority of veterinarians are requiring this test every year just to make money. The American Heartworm Society states in their official website that all dogs that test positive for heartworm disease should be put on preventative before treatment, which is in direct opposition to their statement that dogs must be tested before starting prevention. If your dog is on insurance and the annual heartworm test is included, there is no reason to decline it. The advantage of the test is that it will let you know if the prevention is not working, and your dog can be treated before he or she has even developed any clinical symptoms. Annual testing is not medically necessary. Testing that often is not harmful to the dog, but neither is it beneficial. It is harmful to the people that have to pay for it when they can be spending their money on other procedures. Testing is great when a dog comes in through a shelter, when faced with an older dog that has not been on preventative, and dogs that have been off preventative in the summer when mosquitoes are present. If your dog does take preventative year-round, there is absolutely no reason to require testing. Dogs that are on prevention do not test positive unless you live in an area with prevention-resistant heartworms. That has only been seen in the deep south of the United States and the Mississippi Valley. If your dog has been on preventative year-round and you are being told that your dog is legally required to take a test before you can get preventative, you are being lied to. There are no laws in place that require dogs to be tested every year. State veterinary boards do require a veterinarian owner-patient relationship to distribute prescription medications, so if your dog has never seen the veterinarian, they have no relationship and are not able to sell you the product. If you have been coming in for regular exams, they could sell it. That does not mean they are forced to sell it. If they decide they will not sell it unless you test your dog, you can obtain the product without a prescription in many other places. Generic ivermectin that is identical to HeartGuard is available as New Heart and Value Heart on websites hosted through Canada and Australia, where it is not a prescription product, and ivermectin is also available for sites like Amazon. If you look at my profile page, you can see a video on heartworm prevention where I explain the doses needed if you want to buy the ivermectin from Amazon or from your local feed store, where it is also available without a prescription. If you live in the Mississippi Valley or deep south where ivermectin-resistant heartworm infections have been found, you will need to look for another product. Moxidectin, another excellent heartworm preventative, is also available from Amazon, and I have published a dose chart for that medication at pethelpful.com, and I will make a YouTube video on product. Over 100,000 dogs every year are still diagnosed with heartworm disease because the preventative is so hard to obtain and so many roadblocks are put into place for owners that want to protect their dogs. If you do get your prevention without a yearly test, remember that there are many other serious diseases out there and your dogs still need a yearly physical exam. If you live in an area where heartworms are a danger to your dog, however, and you do not have the income to spend on annual testing, at least spend what is necessary to prevent this disease in your dog. If you choose not to go in for a heartworm test each year, do not forget about your dog's teeth. Many dogs die each year from the secondary effects of periodontal disease, and their shorter lives are passed in pain.
Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about this, you can read my articles at pethelpful.com or go to my Ask a Vet column at that site. If you found this information helpful, please like this video, and if you want to learn more health information for your dog, you can subscribe.